The hills were quiet. They were David's home. He was just a boy, a shepherd boy. His job was to watch the sheep. He kept them safe from danger. He led them to green grass. He found them cool water to drink. The sun warmed his face. The wind whispered through the tall grass. David was the youngest son of Jesse. His older brothers were strong and tall. They were soldiers. David was small, but his heart was big. His heart was full of love for God. He did not feel small when he was with God. David spent many long days alone. He was not lonely. He had his sheep. He had his harp. And he had God. He sang songs to God. These songs were prayers. One day, a prophet came. His name was Samuel. God sent him to David's town to find a new king. He saw Jesse's strong sons and thought, surely one of these is the one. But God said no. God does not look at the outside. God looks at the heart. All were there except one. The youngest was with the sheep. He was just a boy, smelling of sun and sheep. Samuel poured oil on David's head. This was the anointing. The Spirit of God came upon David. He was still a shepherd boy and a future king. Later, a giant challenged God's people. His name was Goliath. He was huge and fearsome. The soldiers were afraid. David's heart was stirred. He had the heart of a shepherd. He trusted in God, not in metal. He took his staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones.
You come with a sword, but I come in the name of the Lord.
The stone struck and the giant fell. God won the battle through a faithful boy. After the battle, David's life changed. He lived in the king's palace. Jonathan saw David's courage and faith. A deep friendship grew between them. It was a bond of love and loyalty, a gift from God. They promised to always care for each other's families. Saul became jealous and wanted to harm David, but Jonathan protected his friend and spoke well of him. He warned David in danger and helped him escape. Jonathan could have been king, but he knew God had chosen David. He was not jealous. He was happy for his friend. David lived in caves and deserts while Saul hunted him. He was not truly alone.
Do not be afraid, you will be king.
Their friendship was a treasure, selfless and loyal. Years later, David cared for Jonathan's family. This was the fruit of a faithful friendship. David became a great king. But even great kings can fall. One evening he made a terrible mistake. He sinned and sinned again to cover it. He had her husband killed in battle. He had forgotten his shepherd and tried to hide his sin. But God sees everything. A shadow fell over his life. God sent Nathan to David. A rich man with many sheep took a poor man's only lamb.
That man deserves to die.
You are that man.
David's heart broke. He saw his sin clearly. He made no excuses and blamed no one. He confessed and cried out for mercy.
Create in me a clean heart, O God.
God forgave him and washed him clean, though consequences remained. As David grew older, his hair turned white. His steps became slower. He had known great victory and deep sorrow. He ruled a nation, yet in his heart, he was still a shepherd. His relationship with God was most important. He wrote songs and prayers, the Psalms. They reveal trust, fear, joy, and love for God. They teach us how to talk to God honestly. We can tell him when we're afraid, praise when joyful, and cry out in pain. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. True as a boy, as a king, and as an old man. His life was not perfect. Ups and downs, mistakes and failure. But he always came back to God. His story is hope. God can use anyone. He looks for a trusting, repentant heart. No mistake is too big for God's forgiveness. No one too far for his grace. Our failures do not have the final word. God does. His life is a gentle song, reminding us God is always near. Our shepherd who guides, protects, and leads us home.